Jacobson and Bound for Glory on 104.1 Territory FM, celebrating World Kindness Day today, Friday the 13th of November. And to talk kindness, we've got Amy Jacobson, an emotional intelligence and human behaviour specialist. Good morning, Amy.
Hello, Mel. How are you?
Look, I'm very well, matey, and I tell you what, kindness, as far as people go, it's very important, isn't it?
Oh, this is one of my favourite days. Honestly, there's just so much good that comes out of kindness, and I look at 2020 and think this is the day we should focus on.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of kindness goes such a long way, and I was interested in something that you're developing called Rising Queens.
Yes, Rising Queens is like the ultimate kindness out there, and look, there's a massive element that we have in there about acts of kindness, and the reason why we do that is because in our minds, it's not just about being kind to somebody else. It actually releases a drug called oxytocin, and that's what we refer to as the love hormone. So every single time we give out an act of kindness, it gives us like a 3 to 4 minute hit of a love hormone that helps us to lower our blood pressure, helps our all-round health, our mental health, and makes us generally feel good and create that contagious ripple effect. So in Rising Queens, that's what it's all about, right, is actually helping the ladies around you and helping your families and people around you to have that feeling of kindness and lift up the oxytocin and actually feel good about it.
I think for most women, we're really great at taking care of others and being kind to others, but when it comes to taking care of ourselves and our self-talk, we often forget to be kind.
We do. We're probably the harshest on ourselves. We are, as females, we are our own biggest critic. And I think that you're right in that we play so many roles, and, you know, everyone in this world plays so many roles. But if we speak specifically about females, whether we're playing the role of mother or daughter or worker or wife or partner or whatever it is, work colleague, manager, there are so many roles that we play, and quite often the role of ourselves and truly understanding our own identity and who we are tends to get pushed really far down that list.
What can we do to make sure that we are taking care of the woman behind the shell, if that makes sense?
I think the woman behind the shell needs some attention. We need to become really aware of who she is and how to be kind to her. And I think before we can be kind to who we are, we need to understand who we are. We need to be able to bring in, and look, it's not about putting us ahead of other people, because we know there's people around us who are important, but it's about making us equal, being able to work out, what is my identity? What do I want out of life? Where am I going? If I'm a bit lost, like, how do I get back on track? And the way that we do that is through creating that structure, that health side, that mind side, that heart side, and that all comes from, it all originates with that kindness. It's about leveraging the chemicals that are happening in our mind to really be able to create that motivation and that happiness, and you know, and that just takes us, once we start on that process, that's how we become the best version of ourselves.
And I think it's a ripple effect, isn't it? Because once we can function within ourselves to be happy and to be healthy and to learn the difference between, you know, the hustle and bustle and always being on the grind to being productive, because there's a really big difference.
Oh, there is.
The ripple effect through our families, through our friends, and through our community, it's wonderful.
It is so contagious. And I think, you know, I had an email from one of my clients the other day, and she had an amazing morning where it was really challenging, and she had 2 or 3 things go wrong all in one hit, and she was standing in the shower and she thought, I can get out of the shower right now, pick a fight with my husband, go to work, and she's a teacher, go to work and take out my mood on all those kids, and my husband will go to work and he'll take out his mood on everyone he crosses paths with, or I can change it right now and right here. And she chose to change it. She chose to get up, make coffees for her and her husband and send them on their way. And the difference in that, if you can imagine how many people you come across in every day, your mood is so contagious, and you will have that ripple effect on them and then everyone they come across. It's a huge effect, huge. It all starts, if we get that kindness, that's where it's going to start.
And it has to be a conscious shift within ourselves, doesn't it? Because we're already working with programming that perhaps we didn't do ourselves, that perhaps we grew up with, that we picked up from from trauma that we've picked up from experience. How do we flip the switch? What's the work that needs to be done?
The work needs to happen in our subconscious mind. So unfortunately, most of our day is spent in that conscious mind where we're just going on autopilot and doing what we do and not really thinking into it. If we can hit that pause button and get into our subconscious mind and understand what are our values and our beliefs that are driving every decision that we make every day, and where do they come from? Because they can be challenged and they can be changed. But it all needs to start with that self-awareness. It's about asking ourselves those really tough, uncomfortable questions and really taking ourselves out of our comfort zone and rewiring our brain, rewiring our values and our beliefs and what we want to get out of life, because we all know that we're made for something bigger, right? There's so many days we sit and we think, is this it? Like, is this really it? Surely there's more to this, and surely I'm capable of being more. So it is, that first step is 100% within us. We really need to ask those challenging questions and find who we really are.
And I think 2020 has been a real eye-opener for a lot of us that, there has to be more. So if you're listening to this and you're connecting with what Amy has to say, now is the time to reach out. How do we find out more and connect with Rising Queens?
Look, well, as part of World Kindness Day, I would actually like to offer a gift of kindness to all of your listeners, and I would love to offer $1,000 off the program for Rising Queens up until the end of this weekend. So if you want to jump over, I know, right? I'm so excited. If you want to jump over onto the Facebook page is Rising Queens Tribe. So if you search Rising Queens Tribe and jump on there, you'll find all the information about Rising Queens, and please feel free to contact me there. If you apply for the program, you get a 45-minute consult with me that is completely free. So even if you don't proceed, if that 45 minutes could be exactly what it takes to turn you around and get that kindness and that identity back in your life.
The Rising Queen sounds absolutely incredible. Amy, thank you so much for sharing it with us on this World Kindness Day.
You're very welcome, and have the most amazing day, Mel.